Hey guys, One Hit Wonder here for another edition of Plugged In Short Circuit. Well, this past Sunday, the 88th Annual Academy Awards took place where the Best in Film was showcased for the year of 2015. And in this episode, I'm going to be looking at the results of that award show, and I'll also be talking about what I think about the winning, what I thought about the show in general. And spoiler alert, it's definitely makes you feel bad to be the white guy in the room, I guess. not to not to cause any more race controversy or anything. But first things first, let's get to the winners of this year's Academy Awards. Now, I'm going to be starting at the bottom of this list, and by the way, this list is on IMDb, and I will be posting a link in the description below, so you can check it out yourself. But let's start at the bottom of this list, shall we? Let's see. So, we got Best Writing Screenplay Written Direct for the Screen. The nominees were Spotlight, Inside Out, Bridge of Spies, Straight Outta Compton, and Ex Machina. Spotlight was the winner of that. I for a second I thought Inside Out was gonna get it, but I don't know. Of course, I was not expecting Straight Outta Compton to win anything, but it's nice to see it at least got recognized a little bit in terms of the best writing for screenplay original. Ex Machina also another probably I'd say the runner-up in this category for screenplay written directly for the screen. That was another good one. But Spotlight is probably the clear winner here. Anyway, moving on. Uh, let's see. Yeah. Best writing screenplay based on material previously produced or published. The nominees were The Big Short, The Martian, Brooklyn, Room, and Carol. The winner was The Big Short. I thought it was going to be The Martian, but I can't really say for a lot of these because three of them I haven't really even seen. Brooklyn, Room, Carol being the third. Actually, I didn't even see The Martian. But I just thought because it's based off that famous book or something. I don't know. I guess I'm just biased that way, or just throwing a random guess in this type thing. So moving right along here. Best performance by an actress in a supporting role. You have Alicia Vikander from The Danish Girl, Rachel McAdams from Spotlight, Jennifer Lawrence Lee from The Hateful Eight, Kate Winslet from Steve Jobs, and Rooney Mara from Carol. The winner being Alicia Vikander from The Danish Girl. I unfortunately cannot comment on these ones because, again, I haven't personally seen these performances. And I do feel bad for missing a bunch of these movies, but that kind of highlights another problem that I have with certain movies. They don't get a lot of exposure. As in, like they aren't like wide release; they're like limited release, and it's hard to find some of these movies in like the big chain movie theaters, I guess, like that. Specifically, The Danish Girl, for one. I know for a fact I did not really see that a lot in the big movie theaters. It would be like independent movie theaters and all that jazz. So, but that's another problem for another day, I guess. But let's keep going with these. Best Achievement in Costume Design, you had Mad Max Fury Road, The Danish Girl, Carol, Revenant, and Cinderella. The winner being Mad Max Fury Road. This is the only category Cinderella is nominated for. Of course, Cinderella did have some pretty good costume designs. I honestly thought this was a battle between Mad Max and The Revenant. I thought The Revenant would have um, well, at least in this department, like maybe the Revenant would have a chance. But I honestly thought they'd win makeup, which we'll get to in a little bit. But the Revenant did not win in that. But Mad Max definitely, I'd say that's a wise decision. They definitely had some very good designs, costumes, all that kind of stuff. It looked awesome. They definitely did a good job of bringing George Miller's vision to life in terms of the costume design. So, best achievement in production design, you have Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, Bridge of Spies, The Revenant, and The Danish Girl. Mad Max Fury Road was the winner, and I completely agree with that because of the stuff they had to build, and just all those cars, all that stuff. It just oozed, like, I guess, post-apocalyptia, I guess you could say. Best Achievement in Makeup and Hairstyling. For some reason, there's only three nominees for this that include Mad Max Fury Road, The Revenant, and The 100-Year-Old Man. Um, I don't know. I don't know who watched this. I don't. That's a very again another one that wasn't really widely distributed, but it was still there. Mad Max Fury Road was the winner. I thought it was going to be a close race between that and The Revenant. The Revenant, I think, is just because of the makeup work done with Leonardo DiCaprio and just his battered body after the bear attacked him and all that. The 100-Year-Old Man, that had everything to do but the prosthetics and makeup to turn the actor into a old man, I guess. But I don't disagree with Mad Max Fury Road. Definitely well deserved, I think, as well. Best achievement in cinematography. You have The Revenant, Mad Max Fury Road, Carol, Sincero, The Hateful Eight. The winner being The Revenant. Again, another win for Emilio Lubusky. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but that's back to back for Emmanuel. For got The Revenant. He also got for Birdman last year. The crazy stuff he did with that movie in terms of shooting, a lot of natural light shots. The stuff he did with the natural light is amazing, considering that is very hard to do. I also got to give an honorable mention to Cesario with Roger Deakins, and he was, a lot of people were thinking like maybe should have been the winner, because apparently that was a really, really good shot. The cinematography in that was incredible as well. I know a few people who expressed that opinion about it. So definitely it has to be a close second, this race, but it just got outplayed, I guess, by The Revenant. But it definitely would have been a great good alternative, I guess. Best achievement in editing. The nominees were Mad Max Fury Road, Spotlight, The Big Short, Star Wars Episode 7, and The Revenant. Mad Max Fury Road won with that. Fun fact about Margaret Sisek. Jeez, I am screwing these names up. Or Margaret. She's actually the wife of George Miller. So that's a pretty awesome. That's a pretty awesome thing that he just handed it off to his wife and said, edit this high impact action movie, and she did a heck of a job, and it really, really was a greatly edited film. Yeah. And according to IMDb trivia, George Miller handed it off to her because he was like, oh, well, every male edits action movies, but none of them let a female take the reins on it or something like that. I don't know, something along that line of his theory behind why he handed it off to her. But anyway, let's keep going. Best achievement sound editing. Mad Max Fury Road, Cesario, The Martian, Star Wars, The Revenant. The winner was Mad Max Fury Road. I thought Star Wars would get it, but somebody told me that it's already been done to death, and it's kind of a given that the sounds that Star Wars have, everyone knows the sounds by now. It didn't really do as much new as I guess it warrants a win, but Mad Max Fury Road definitely deserves that. And you notice a pattern here that Mad Max is winning a lot of technical awards, and they actually did win a lot of the technical awards that's on Sunday night, including Best Achievement in Sound Mixing. They won that, but the other nominees were The Revenant, Bridge of Spies, Star Wars Episode 7, and The Martian. Again, just when it comes to action movies, they tend to get a lot of... The good ones tend to get a lot of nominations for sound mixing, sound editing, the technical stuff, adding, all that jazz. But Mad Max definitely deserves all the stuff they get. But here's one that I thought they would win, but they didn't. Best achievement in visual effects. You have the nominees were Ex Machina, The Revenant, Mad Max Fury Road, Star Wars Episode 7, and The Martian. The winner was Ex Machina. Granted, Ex Machina did have a lot of good visual effects. It did a great job of transforming a regular woman into this cyborg robot person. And kudos to them for having such a smaller budget than Mad Max, and yet still putting out a great showcase of visual effects. But I honestly thought Mad Max Fury Road had this in the bag because of their use of practical effects and just all the stuff they did, like in real, like with practical effects, with real people, real things, real explosions. It was amazing. But I guess this category is about visual effects. I don't know if there's a separate category for like practical stuff, but it seems these days it's all about computer generated stuff and practical effects, I guess, or maybe doesn't factor into the equation with these voters. I don't know. Let's keep going. Best short film animated. You have the Bear Story. I guess that's what it translates to. Sanjay's Super Team. Oh, why'd they have to do it like this? Mine Mozam Kuzmasa. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this. World Tomorrow and Prologue. The winner was The Bear Story. Apparently, the first Academy Award for the country of Chile, in all of the all. I guess in the years the Academy's been here, it definitely beat out, I guess, the Pixar movie, which was Sanjay's Super Team. I think a lot of people were thinking that was going to win. Although when I saw World of Tomorrow by Don Hertzfeldt was nominated, I kind of wanted that to win because Don has been a big player in the world of animation, even though his creations have been, I guess, perceived as kind of strange sometimes. Anyway, moving on. Best animated feature film of the year. You have Inside Out, Shaun the Sheep, the movie, Animalicia of When Marlene was there, and Meneo El Mundo. I don't know why IMDb does it in the native language, but whatever. Winner was Inside Out. That was a no-brainer. That was a deadlock. Pixar outdid themselves with that. And, of course, it's a Pixar movie / Disney, so usually you got that Academy bias, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Best performance by an actor in a supporting role. You have Mark Rylance from Bridge of Spies, Mark Ruffalo, Spotlight, The Big Short, Christian Bale, Sylvester Stallone in Creed, and Tom Hardy in The Revenant. Now, this, I think, was the big shocker of the night. The fact that Mark Rylance won for Bridge of Spies. Everyone thought Sylvester Stallone was going to win it for Creed as Rocky Balboa. He's already been nominated for Best Actor for playing Rocky Balboa back in Rocky 1. But this is the second chance he had at getting an Oscar for that role. And everyone thought he was going to win. He already got a Golden Globe. And then all of a sudden, Mark Rylance from Bridge of Spies gets the win. First of all, I have not heard this guy before tonight, or before that night. Not tonight. And quite frankly, I saw Bridge of Spies, and I didn't think he was that incredible in it. Like, he was there, but I didn't think, wow, this is an Oscar performance. I didn't think that at all. So, to see him win Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role over Sylvester Stallone, over Tom Hardy, even The Revenant, even over Mark Ruffalo in Spotlight, all three of them had some great performances. And yet you give it to Mark Rylance, who no one has ever heard of before that night, maybe? I never heard of him before this movie. And I didn't think his performance was that great. And I think a lot of people think that as well. I think that was a shocker, to say the least. Anyway, let's move on. Best documentary short subject. You have A Girl in the River, The Price of Forgiveness, Claude Lesman, Spectres of the Shaft, Body Team 12, Last Day of Freedom, War Within the Walls. The winner was A Girl in the River, The Price of Forgiveness. Can't really comment on these because I hadn't seen any of them. But anyway, let's move on. Best documentary feature. You have Amy, What Happened, Miss Simeon, Cartel Land, Winter on Fire, Ukraine's Fight for Freedom, and The Look of Silence, the winner being Amy. I honestly thought Winter on Fire, Ukraine's Fight for Freedom, would be the winner here. But Amy got the win. It's a documentary about the musician Amy Winehouse, how like her life and how it led into drug addiction and all that kind of stuff, and her eventual death. Um, I don't know if this is a case of Hollywood voting for a popular singer and just like supporting a fellow artist or something like that. But anyway, I can't really comment on that. It's purely speculation on my part, I guess. Best short film live action: Stutterer, Alice Weird Goot, Ava Maria, Shock, and Day One. The winner being Stutterer. Again, can't comment. Haven't seen these. Moving on. Best foreign language film of the year: Salafia, Mustang, El Abrazo de la Serpentin, Thebe, and Kragan, or A War. The winner being Salafia, a Sign of Sal. Sign of Sal. Yeah. Again, haven't seen them. Can't comment. Best achievement in music written for motion pictures: the numbers were The Hateful Eight, Cesario, Bridge of Spies, Star Wars Episode 7, Force Awakens, Carol. The winner being Hateful Eight, and there are Morricone. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. Very well deserved win for this guy. He has been nominated a lot of times, and this is his first win. A powerhouse in the world of in the world of composing. Yes, composing. Anyway, it's great to see him get a win. I honestly thought John Williams would just get a win because this may be the last time he kind of this may be the last time he composes music for Star Wars, but I guess we'll see. But I thought it was gonna be kind of like a respect not award, like a recognition awards or something like that. I don't know. Moving on. Anyway, best achievement in music written for motion picture original song. You have Spectre, Writings on the Wall by Sam Smith and James Napier. Racing Extinction, Manta Ray. 50 Shades of Grey, Earned It by The Weeknd. Youth, Simple Song Number 3. And The Hunting Ground, Till It Happens to You, Diane Warren and Lady Gaga. The winner was Spectre, Writing on the Wall with Sam Smith. Although he said he was the first openly gay person to accept an award, I do not think Sam Smith is correct in that assumption. But I don't know. I do not think he's correct. I think there has been an openly gay award winner in the past. Now, a lot of Lady Gaga's fans have went to social media and said, why did that win? Why didn't Till It Happens to You won? Because it's such a provocative song dealing with a sensitive subject matter. In this term, the sexual rape of women and the unconsensual sex of women, and that's kind of what the song was entail. And the performance they had a lot of rape victims on the stage, and it's a very moving scene, I guess, to everyone watching. And but it's not a bad song. It's still good, and it's still good. I didn't hate it. In fact, the performance was kind of... Well, Lady Gaga herself looked like she was possessed by some sort of demon or something. She was like really playing with passion, I guess, but it just came off as weird. Anyway, let's keep moving on. Best achievement in directing, you have André González Iñárritu for The Revenant. Again, I'm sorry for these name messing ups. Lenny Abrahamson for The Room, Adam McKay for The Big Short, Tom McCarthy for Spotlight, George Miller for Mad Max Fury Road. The winner was Alejandro for The Revenant. His back-to-back directing wins for him. He won last year for Birdman, and he wins again for The Revenant. I thought George Miller would get the win, only because, again, I thought it would be a kind of like achievement Oscar win, kind of to celebrate his movie career and just recognize him or something like that. But anyway, not like that. So let's keep going on. Well, I'm seeing the end here. Best performance by an actress in a leading role. You got Brie Larson, Charlotte Lampring for 45 years. We were in the room. Kate Blanchett and Carol, Saoirse Ronan in Brooklyn, and Jennifer Lawrence in Joy. Brie Larson would take it for Room. I can't really comment on any of these because I haven't really seen any of these. And of course, the big one of the nights that everyone was, waiting for, I guess, was best performed by an actor in a leading role. The nominees were Leonardo DiCaprio for The Revenant, Michael Fassbender for Steve Jobs, Bryan Cranston for Trumbo, Eddie Redmayne for The Danish Girl, and Matt Damon for Martian. Now, going into this, everybody was saying this was Leo's year. This was his year to win the Academy Award. If he couldn't get this year, he missed his best chance. And what do you know? He did get it for The Revenant. And it's well deserved. These are some good names. Like Michael Fassbender did a great job in Steve Jobs. I can't comment on Matt Damon. But it's nice to see that Leo got the win. And that's not to say that the other years he was nominated, he didn't deserve it, because there were a couple years where he was nominated, but he just got outplayed by some other great performances. But this was his year, and he finally got it. He has finally gotten that elusive gold statue, and it's great to see it. But poor Reddit, though. Poor Reddit. The meme is dead, and now, what dank meme are they gonna latch onto now? Anyway. And lastly, Best Motion Picture of the Year. You have Spotlight, Mad Max, Fury Road, The Big Short, The Martian, Brooklyn, The Revenant, Bridge of Spies, and The Room. Now, a lot of people thought it was going to be The Revenant, I self-included, but it turns out it was Spotlight, the movie about the Golden Globe investigation of the Catholic Church and the allegations of sexual molestation of children. I've heard good things about it. I've been told it's a really good movie. I haven't really gotten to it yet. I'm gonna have to watch it now. Mark Ruffalo gave a good performance in it, and it just it deals with a tough subject matter, and it's awesome to see investigative journalism seen, I guess, in the big picture. But that makes me think: did it get the win because of that? This reminds me of a few years back when Argo got the Best Picture nomination, and I thought that Argo was not as great as some of the other nominations that year. And, a lot of people speculated that Argo won because the basic gist of the movie was Hollywood saved American citizens from Iran. Even though that's not exactly what happened, it was mostly because of the efforts of the Canadian people, the Canadian administration, embassy over there, that helped get those hostages out. But that you can look that up, I guess, later. And a lot of people are like, wait, Argo won Best Picture? I feel like there was probably some better nominations that year. I'm going to have to go back and look at them, but, seriously, Argo? People were just starting to accuse the Academy of picking a movie because they said that, oh, here's a movie that makes it look like Hollywood saved hostages. Of course, they voted Best Picture. Anyway, that is the 88th Annual Academy Award winners. Now, the actual show itself, thanks to the controversy over the lack of diversity, as you may have noticed, a lot of the nominees for Best Actor, Best Actress, Supporting Actor, and Supporting Actress were all white. Apparently, this is the second year in a row where all the nominees were white. And, some people, you're saying, some members of the Academy say they're going to boycott the Academy Awards. Jada Pinkett Smith being one of the big names that kind of, I don't want to say started this whole thing, but her presence definitely, her video definitely did start a dialogue, a conversation within the industry, because she said, I'm going to boycott it, and because I'm not going to be at the Academy Awards, because look at all these white actors and all that. And this whole issue of race really did play a large part of the ceremony, and they made you... The problem, I'm fine for bringing it up. It's definitely a long-standing problem with the industry. but the Academy felt the need to bash our heads in with it. Like, Eddie, no. Chris Rock was the host this year, and he killed it during the opening monologue, and he did a fantastic job. But some of his skits were so bad, so unfunny. It was some jokes just fell flat. There was this joke where it was like, "Oh, here's our accounting firm." And then he brought little tiny Asian children. And it's like, funny Asian children joke, accounting. Yeah, well, within a show that's about racism, like, we gotta abolish racism. Here's a racist joke, or a joke you can be perceived as racist. Kind of hypocritical, if you ask me. I mean, I know it's all in fun and games and all, but when this whole message of equality is being bashed in our heads in the Academy Awards, it kind of comes off as like, why the heck did you do that? And I'm not saying equality is bad. Of course, equality is good. I want to see more diversity in the nominees. But just think. Maybe they didn't do such a good job to get the nomination. And it's what some people are saying. It's just these people of color, these people of different heritages, they aren't getting the roles that develop great performances. If you give them the roles, then you get more nominees and, equality for all. I don't want to make this video a whole race thing. I just want to say that the Academy, yes, they are understanding that this is a problem now. They made that abundantly clear during this ceremony because they're like, let's make everybody feel bad. And granted, I can't understand how it feels on the other side. Look at me. I'm a white guy, I guess. So yes, I can't put myself on your side. I'm going to have to, but I can't honestly say that I get where they're coming from because I don't. But I can say that for this, yes, equality is good, and the industry is going to have to do something. There's a lot of words being said at this Academy Award, but until action is done, it's not going to get any better. You'll say, wow, we love our diversity. Wow, we love equality. Yes, we want it. Until you actually do something about it, those are just words. And sometimes words don't have a lot of meaning without action. And so that was the 88th Academy Awards. A mostly straightforward Academy Award. No big surprises other than supporting actor. But definitely a lot of we white people feel bad. And we need to work on that. And they definitely do. This has been One Hit Wonder, and I will see you next time.